Thank you for seeing me on such short notice, John.
You sounded pretty upset over the phone.
I am. But before I get into that, I need your assurance that everything I say will be held in the strictest confidence.
That goes without saying. How can I help?
My husband and I are estranged. Nathan wants to see our son, and for a number of reasons, I don't want that man anywhere near me or my child. This is a note from him. I want to know what you think.
Your husband has obviously been advised of his legal rights to see his son.
Yeah, well, he can't. There is no way I'm letting that man back into our lives, not after what he's done.
Olivia, maybe you should tell me why you feel so strongly about this.
Right? I'm sure after you've heard what I have to say, you'll agree with me that Nathan has no right being anywhere near our son. Now do you see why I don't want Nathan anywhere near my son?
The woman your husband was seeing, she's definitely HIV positive?
Yes.
And their encounters were unprotected?
Yes.
But you, Nathan, and your son have all tested negative for HIV.
Yes, but we're not going to know anything conclusively for another year.
Olivia, I realize that you're feeling betrayed, that your trust has been broken beyond repair, but Nathan is still the father of your child. The rights he refers to in that note do exist.
John, this is no normal divorce. We're talking about a man that put our lives at risk with his selfishness and ignorance. You can't tell me a man like that has any rights as a father.
The law says he does.
Well, the law is wrong.
We could debate that all day. The fact remains, you have no legal right to deny your husband access to this child.
You're saying that no matter what I do, Nathan can just come and see my son?
He has the right to arrange some kind of visitation with you. I assume there's going to be a divorce?
Of course.
If I represent you, I'll fight for the most restrictive arrangement possible, but that's all I can promise.
I can't believe this. How can a man with no morals, no spine, no concern for anything else but himself be allowed to spend time with a defenseless child? You can't tell me the law wants that.
Olivia, the law tries to balance its responsibility to protect people from harm with what it considers inalienable rights. Parenthood, as I'm sure you're aware, is high on the list of those rights.
So the law just blithely says that Nathan is entitled to rights as a father, even though he may be ultimately responsible for the death of his own son? Where's the law's protection for Nate? Doesn't my son get rights too?
The law says he has the right to have a father.
Yeah, well, Nathan is no father.
Here's the thing. I will be happy to represent you in your divorce. I will fight to get you custody and very restrictive visitation for your husband. But may I give you a little piece of advice? It will do you no good to wage war on your husband, no matter how justified you feel. It'll only hurt you and your son.
Thank you very much for your time. I don't care what the law says, John. It's wrong. I will protect my son any way I can. And to hell with the law. Hello? Hello? Look, I don't have time for this.
Olivia, it's Nathan.
What do you want?
We need to talk.
If you're referring to your lovely little note...
Listen, I don't want to make this any harder on you, but I do have some rights.
Look, don't talk to me about your rights.
Olivia, I don't want this to have to go to court. Now, please. Can I see you?
Fine. Come to my office. I'll be waiting. Come in.
Thanks for seeing me.
All right, Nathan. You want to talk? Talk.
Look, I'm not trying to hurt you, Olivia.
For not trying, you've done a damn good job so far.
Look, I just want to try and be some kind of father to my boy. That's all.
And how do you intend to be some kind of father to your boy, Nathan?
I just want to see him, spend some time with him.
You weren't so anxious to spend time with him when you were messing around with Keisha, were you?
That was the worst mistake of my life. And I'll regret it to my dying day.
So will I. We didn't have to be in this situation, Nathan. It's because of you that we are. And now for you to stand there and ask me what you're asking me, how could you?
Olivia, I know my son misses me. He was crying out for me the last time I was at the apartment, begging to see his daddy.
That little boy's life is potentially at risk because of his daddy. Now, yes, he's tested negative for HIV. And God willing, it'll stay that way, but we don't know that for sure.
Look, if it'll help you to call me every name in the book, hit me, kick me, go ahead, do it.
What would that accomplish? Nothing. Nothing would change. You know what? This conversation is getting us nowhere.
Look, the bottom line is, the law says I have a right.
No, the bottom line is,
my son.
I don't care what the law says. I'm little Nate's mother, and I say you have no rights.
Olivia, I do not want to have to drag this into court.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. You are the person responsible for the hell our lives have become. We had a happy, wonderful home, or so I thought. You can't imagine what it was like to find out that in reality, you were sleeping around with some tramp. And because you didn't use protection, my life is potentially at risk. My son's life, too. I did nothing, Nathan. Nothing. And yet I'm in this situation. And why? Because I trusted you. That, Nathan, was the biggest mistake of my life. You see, I believed in our marriage vows. I believed we were having a monogamous relationship. So naturally, I didn't protect myself when we were having sex, all because I trusted you. And now you have the nerve to stand there and ask me to trust you again? Why should I? Especially where my precious little boy is concerned.
Look, you're leaving me no alternative.
I'm not going to see Nate. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to subject Nate to it. As far as I'm concerned, you have no rights to him. I don't care what the courts say, they're wrong. And if you think I'm gonna sit around and let you get visitation, you got another thing coming. You tell that to your lawyer, Nathan.
Olivia, don't you know if I could change things, I would? Baby, I love you.
Get away from me. You just get the hell away from me and you stay away from me. You stay away from us or I swear to God I won't be responsible.